and welcome to the Hammer Theater Center. In accordance with Santa Clara County Public Health Order, masks are required at all times while indoors. You may temporarily slip off your mask for a quick sip or small bite from our concessions bar. Our ushers are happy to assist in any way and will instruct you in case of an emergency. Please take a moment to notice the closest emergency exit. At this time, please make sure that you've silenced your cell phone and any other electronic devices or anything else that might cause a distraction. For the safety of our performers and copyrighted material, the taking of photographs or recording of any kind is strictly prohibited. Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Cornerstone of the Arts event. My name is Carrie Adams Hapner. I'm the City of San Jose's Director of Cultural Affairs. To kick us off tonight in this incredible evening, I'm so pleased to introduce a string quartet from Symphony San Jose. Yes, you heard me correctly. Symphony San Jose, formerly known as Symphony Silicon Valley, just announced a name change. So we're thrilled to have 4 artists representing Symphony San Jose with us tonight. Please give a warm welcome to Robin Mayforth, Kiri Lohman, Nicole Sutterfield, and Janet Witharm from Symphony San Jose. Welcome and thank you. Brava. Let's give it up for all the artists once again. Well, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see you all in person after how many Zoom meetings over the last 18 months? My goodness, it is such a pleasure to be here to recognize our arts community and exemplary leadership. So welcome to tonight's event. And wow, what a year it's been. It has, I can't even say all that we've been through, but, you know, like all of us, the Office of Cultural Affairs and the Arts Commission have also done a pivot, and we were on pause for the 2020 Cornerstone of the Arts event. But tonight, it's great to welcome you back, and we are doing this in a hybrid model, so we actually have you in person, but we also have many of our friends joining us online through the City of San Jose's YouTube channel. And it is so wonderful to return to the Hammer Theater, named in honor of the late Phil and Susan Hammer, who together were an incredible partnership that really gave so much and a legacy to the City of San Jose's arts community. In fact, the Mayor, Susan Hammer, was one of our early recipients of the Cornerstone of the Arts Award. And we also have some other former recipients with us tonight. I saw Bruce Labadie with us earlier, and also PJ and Roy Hirabayashi. Thank you for being with us. And speaking of great leaders, I'd like to recognize our civic leadership that's with us this evening. We have the Director of the Office of Economic Development and Cultural Affairs, Nancy Klein. Thank you, Nancy, for coming. So the Office of Cultural Affairs is a division of the Office of Economic Development and Cultural Affairs, which also just recently went through a name change in recognition of the important significance of the arts in our community and economic recovery. And this Cornerstone event is held every year during the month of October in honor of National Arts and Humanities Month. And through the arts and culture, we honor our heritage, change, and progress, building bridges across cultures and across generations. The arts foster our empathy for our shared human experiences, and it's through these connections that we weave one community, one San Jose. And this is more important than ever as the arts support our recovery from this pandemic and seek to make the arts part of greater civic solutions, whether it is a return from social isolation, environmental stewardship, or reckoning with racial inequities. The Office of Cultural Affairs is your champion for the arts, and we do this through grant making, promoting the power of creative expression, special events, stewarding our great cultural facilities and assets, and through great public art. And we do this all in a spirit of partnership. And I'd like to just touch on a couple of highlights. Tonight, we are recognizing our 2021 grantees. And while we don't have time to call you all out by name, you can see by this list of your collective creative impact. Last year, we granted out almost $4 million through 165 grants to our arts organizations and creative entrepreneurs. And of the organizations that we funded, we're proud to share that 45% serve predominantly communities of color with missions that focus on the cultural expressions deeply rooted in their communities. And this was made possible through federal relief funding, which offset the steep decline in the transient occupancy tax, which is traditionally the largest support of funding for the arts in our city. And this year, this fiscal year, we're grateful for the ability to provide ongoing support to the cultural community through American Relief Plan funding. so that we can sustain our arts community, support jobs, and ensure that our residents have access to the arts. Also, we're thrilled to continue the Creative Ambassador Program. Yeah, we got some superstars that we're celebrating, and some of them are here. And we feature artists representing an array of disciplines. Ambassadors serve a year-long term during which they champion creative expression and engage the public in finding their own creative voice. This year's creative ambassadors are Cynthia Cow, Elizabeth Jimenez Montalago, Damone Carter, Chike Nofia, and Ray Faruda. Make Music San Jose celebrated its 5th year on June 21st and was held as a hybrid in-person and online event. Make Music San Jose is a community-curated celebration of music that takes place annually on the summer solstice, and it coincides with festivities happening in 1,000 global cities. And highlights from this year's event include over 35 performances that happen online and at locations across the city. And the idea is to celebrate music in all of its forms, where anyone can be a performer. We Create 408 is a month-long creativity challenge designed to celebrate San Jose's diverse art scene. And throughout the month of April, we shared a daily prompt for a creative action that participants could do on their own, and also suggestions for creative activities offered by our 27 partners. And through this, over 1,500 people celebrated and participated. And aimed at building public will for the arts, core to all of these programs is the idea of connection through creative expression, where we can connect with each other, to ourselves, and to this great city. And during the pandemic, many events pivoted to a drive-through platform. For example, Christmas in the Park held its annual event at History Park, and it was a drive-through event that welcomed 100,000 visitors. And June of 2021 saw the reopening of outdoor special events. And we had a very eager event organizing community and audiences that were thrilled to bring events back and support them. Outdoor events like Summerfest and Music in the Park were some of the comeback hits of the season. And organized by the Office of Cultural Affairs, we produced City Dance, which is a free dance experience under the stars. It returned this summer, as part of First Fridays, establishing a strong new partnership with the San Jose Museum of Art at the Circle of Palms. And during the pandemic, through our public art program, we commissioned artists to beautify the public realm and offer new ways of thinking. We commissioned 75 local artists to present works at the San Jose International Airport that spoke to this unprecedented time as part of the Holding the Moment exhibition. Also at the airport, we commissioned this compelling art and technology project called A Million Times for San Jose, created by the artist team called Humans since 1982. And other public art highlights included a series of murals created across San Jose, including Aztec Underpass by artist Jesse Hernandez, and this work called Limonium at the Convention Center, created by artist Mona Caron. And Sueno de Mariposa in District 7 by artist Morgan Bricca. And we seek to integrate art into major infrastructure projects so that we can delight and inspire, like this work called Life by artist Larry Kirkland at the Berryessa BART station. And this work called Methanogen Polyptych at the Cogeneration Power Plant by environmental artist Buster Simpson. And we are thrilled to announce the return of the iconic Sonic Runway. This is a great project by the artist team Rob Jensen and Warren Trezevant, which visualizes the speed of sound. So you're all invited to come back to our opening on Friday, November 5th. And in conclusion, I want to thank our city team, comprised of our mayor and our city council, the Arts Commission, and the Office of Economic Development and Cultural Affairs staff. Now, the Arts Commission made the final recommendations on tonight's honorees after a panel reviewed a really impressive list of nominations contributed by the community. And it was so gratifying to see the spectrum of arts leadership and projects making an impact. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize the great local artist, Ken Matsumoto, who created these gorgeous awards. Now, I think we can all say that Ken is a cornerstone in his own right. So I would like to extend my gratitude to the arts community. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to you a fearless arts advocate and great leader, our council member, Magdalena Carrasco. Please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Well, good evening, everyone. Buenas tardes. It's such a pleasure to be here. I'm Magdalena Carrasco. I sit on the City Council and I represent the beautiful east side of San Jose, where talent is, where we're overflowing in talent. It's a pleasure to be here safely, gathered with all of you today at the Cornerstone of the Arts Awards program celebration. We missed it last year. Today's event is meant to recognize and uplift the arts community, as well as honor those distinguished members of our community that have made a long-standing impact. We know firsthand that the pandemic disproportionately affected our creative class, financially burdening them as their creative spaces were made unavailable and their patrons lost their ability to purchase. I'm proud to represent a city, San Jose, where it is home to many tireless arts leaders who work in service to the community, while always maintaining a rigorous standard of excellence. Especially in our east side of San Jose, I often refer it to the blueprint of creativity. We're home to talented muralists, poets, entertainers who through their experience have honed their craft and shared with us a piece of themselves. I want to thank the entire arts community for sharing your talent. You bring us together, you lift us up, and encapsulate the human experience through an artistic language that resonates with the rest of the world. I'm proud to serve as the liaison to the Arts Commission. Our Arts Commission is comprised of volunteers. These are commissioners who are passionate about what they do. They advise City Council and staff on the arts, and we can advance our city goals of beautification, education, and activism through the arts. I'd like to ask our commissioners to please take a stand so that we can thank you, each personally. We have with us Smita Garg, Juan Carlos Arajo, Richard James, Trammy Cron, Audrey Rumsby, Lynn Rosenthal, John Callison, and of course, the commissioner that I appointed for the east side of San Jose, Bryce Lynch. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your service, your insights, and your dedication to our city through the commission. It's now my pleasure this evening to present the Creative Impact Award. This honors an artistic project that has made a significant impact on the community. And this year's nomination process was extremely competitive. However, one nomination stood out, and I'm delighted to present this award to the Multicultural Arts Leadership Institute, MOLLI. MOLLI is located at the School of Arts and Culture at the Mexican Heritage Plaza. It's a free leadership development program for people of color, deeply engaged in Silicon Valley's arts, culture, and entertainment sectors. Each year, MOLLI brings together a remarkable, diverse group of arts professionals for a year-long series of seminars, trips, networking opportunities, and it's truly a longitudinal relationship of support. Based in East San Jose, MOLLI seeks to open spaces of power and influence people of color by eliminating traditional barriers of access such as race, language, artistic marginalization, and income. By training and connecting cultural producers, MOLLI contributes greatly to the artistic and cultural vitality of San Jose, of Silicon Valley, and the greater Bay Area. Since 2008, MOLLI has invested more than $1 million into the network of leaders so that alumni may occupy positions of influence where they often recommend they collaborate and create together. Such is the value of the MOLLI network. I'd like to recognize Juan Carlos Arajo. Is that Hey! He's the vice chair of the Arts Commission and alumni of the MOLLI program, who is on stage here, as you can see. In the years past, I was told, don't pick that up. You're gonna flip over. So Juan Carlos is helping me today. He'll present this beautiful Cornerstone sculpture. I wanna thank you, and please join me in welcoming, is Roy here? Oh, Roy's here, Jessica's here. Come on up. I want to thank MOLLI, introduce MOLLI to you, and present this award in recognition of your work. Let's go step over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. San Jose Arts Commission, staff at Office of Cultural Affairs, members of City Council, friends and fellow creatives, thank you very much. I'm honored to represent the Multicultural Arts Leadership Institute at the School of Arts and Culture at the Mexican Heritage Plaza to receive the Creative Impact Award. I want to congratulate Andrew Bales and the late Jerry Hira for their Cornerstone Award also. It's a long overdue recognition. Congratulations. On behalf of the MOLLI Network, I want to thank my co-founders of the MOLLI program, Raul Lozano, who cannot be here tonight, and Tamara Alvarado. Tamara's here. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to be the current MOLLI program manager, and I want to thank Tamara and Damone Carter. Damone's behind me here. Oh, where did Damone go? Disappeared. Supposed to stay up here. For their leadership as the previous managers, so thank you for all your work here too. And I thank the School of Arts and Culture for the leadership team for really hanging on to the Mali program. So Jessica Pasadillos and Vanessa Shi for their tremendous support and guidance to maintain the Mali program. For me, it's disappointing that we had to create a leadership program of color to bring equity to our community. Diversity, equity, and inclusion have been Mali's and my core values long before those words became the current buzzwords. Mali would not be here if we did not get an early support from crucial individuals and funders. Raul and I were part of the creation of First Act, which is now SV Creates. Thank you to the co-founders of First Act for seeing the importance of Mali and hosting the start of Mali. Connie Martinez, Rich Ball, Ann Skeet, and Bruce Davis. Thank you so much to them. Mali also thanks the many funders of the program. Dave Mills, who was the local program officer of the Knight Foundation early on, came forward with the first significant support to Mali. We've also had great support from the following foundations and supporters: the Hewlett Foundation, the Packard Foundation, the Castellano Family Foundation, SV Creates, Applied Materials, and of course, the City of San Jose Office of Cultural Affairs. So thank you very much. This award belongs to the Mali Network. Your voice, advocacy, persistence, and dedicated creative work have made a difference for all of us here in San Jose. To the 137 members of the Mali Network from class 1 to 13, congratulate and thank you very much. So I ask, is Mali in the house or online? If so, stand up and be recognized. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to be a part of that crew. A few thought I've been a part of Mali, and I kind of admit it, even though I've never been a part of Mali. It's okay, I'm admitting it now. All right, good evening. My name is Trami Crone. I am one of the Arts Commissioners. It is my pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate the arts and culture across the city. I am delighted to present one of these beautiful awards, which of course, as you know, were created by local sculptor Ken Matsumoto. This year is truly a special year as there are two different recipients for this Cornerstone of the Arts Award. The annual award recognizes enduring and effective arts leadership that has led to the betterment of San Jose and our arts and cultural community. Tonight, we are honoring the late, great Dr. Jerry Hira as one of the Cornerstone of the Arts honoree. Dr. Jerry, as we know him as Dr. Jerry, so I'm going to continue to call him that, has laid the foundation for many thriving artistic endeavors in his various roles as administrator, visionary, financial supporter, and public advocate. He was a successful dentist, businessman, a dreamer, and an artist with a passion for the arts. His social conscience has propelled him to be a charitable force for good in the community. His early achievements in poetry, painting, literary publication, and even jewelry design herald a new dynamic personality that would support and advance the arts in the San Jose community. That promise was met with his appointment to the Arts Commission of the City of San Jose, where he served as chair. His civic duties continue as he was president of the Arts Council of Silicon Valley, a member of the California Association of Local Arts Agencies, on various mayor's task forces on diversity selection, Historic Arts Advisory, and 2020. His influence widened statewide when he was appointed as the vice chair of the California State Arts Council. He served with a fierce commitment to advance emerging artists, arts exposure, and of course, funding. He was a founding member of the First Voice, a board member of First Act, and an American Leadership Forum, and many others. His personal vision was realized when he co-founded Contemporary Asian Theater Scene, known as CATS, an organization that has the forefront of presenting Asian Pacific American artists and art discipline and even films to the South Bay community. He was also a founding board member of Chopsticks Alley, an organization serving the Southeast Asian art community, where I had the honor to have him serve as my mentor, my guide, and my co-conspirator. Dr. Jerry recognized decades ago that Asian American artists were not mainstreamed or even on the radar of many presenting organizations. So he devoted his time to discover, promote, and present emerging artists and multicultural art. Dr. Jerry has exhibited a dedication to promoting artistic endeavors in multidisciplinary ways. This has attracted the admiration of younger individuals who view Dr. Jerry as the one with knowledge and experience and context he was willing to share. Thus, he was serving in a mentor capacity at CAAM, CATS, Chopsticks Alley, and other groups. Due to his never-ending pursuit of artistic endeavors of many disciplines, Dr. Jerry has enriched the cultural offerings within the city. His untimely death in December of 2019 was devastating, not just to the arts community, but to the community in general. We lost a great human being and a friend in the arts. But you don't have to take my word for it. Have a look at this short video we put together with the help of Create TV San Jose to celebrate Dr. Jerry Hira's legacy.
Dr. Jerry came here, downloaded just so naturally into this lifetime as an artist. And as an artist, he was actually an artist and an activist. And with that, he was able to paint and draw and write and just everything. And I think that was his foundation.
Dr. Jerry Hira, well, one, he was a friend to everyone. He was a connector to everyone too. He was just able to put so many people together, cross-cultural, cross-disciplines, and cross communities, basically.
Jerry's been a tremendous mentor for so many artists, for so many leaders of arts organizations, and for me personally. Very early on in my own political career, Jerry took the time to sit down with me on several occasions, help me broaden my own understanding of the community, to see a little further, to understand where my own blind spots were, and always in a kind, affirming way. For Jerry, it was always about making people feel good at the same time that he enabled us to be better.
What Jerry did is he created an opportunity for all of us to join and participate, and then invite people outside of the community so that we all become one larger community and much greater than San Jose alone.
Dr. Jerry was full of passion. He was passionate about the arts. He was passionate about building community. He thrived, I think, really on connecting the dots and bringing people together. He was a great supporter of not just artists, musicians, writers, performers, dancers, and arts organizations who were based or had live in San Jose. He was also interested in developing a thriving arts ecosystem.
You know, when I first met him, it was when we brought the ballet here back in the middle 80s, and he was so excited about everything going on that he wanted to know. He'd come up to you and he'd talk to you about it, and he was supportive in every way, always supportive, but he wanted to know, he wanted to listen, he wanted to hear.
He cared so much about my community, the Vietnamese community, and it really reflected in what he did. So as a result of our work together, we ended up having an art exhibit in Japantown featuring Vietnamese artists and other Southeast Asian artists.
He really led at many levels and really exemplified what it meant to be an arts leader. And he continued that well past his service on the California Arts Council. And he continued to be a major philanthropist and volunteer on boards like the San Jose Museum of Art.
I'm so grateful to have known Jerry for so many years, and his loss really was a kick in the gut for so many of us. For me, it was a loss of a friend, but I know our entire city lost a great friend in Jerry. He cared so much about this community, about enriching our lives, about expanding our opportunities, about helping us to lift our aspirations and our gaze to something greater.
So within this example is really to kind of go out and do things and be the person to think big, beyond what we were all even able to even consider. And so many times he would come in with the ideas and we would just be, whoa, wait a minute, I don't know if we could do that, but Jerry would be able to pull it off. So he was not only the big thinker and a person that was able to bring people together, but he was able to really make it all happen.
So I think we could all go on and on about Dr. Jerry and all that he did. So again, I just want to thank his family and his friends for all of his service, and thank you, Jerry, and for your many blessings.
And now, without further ado, and with much respect, I am proud to present Larry Yu and Heather Goodwill to accept the Cornerstone of the Arts Award on behalf of Dr. Jerry Hira, or his family if they're here.
Good evening, and thank you very much on behalf of our family. Tommy, that was incredible. That was an incredible celebration of Dr. Jerry, or Jerry as we call him. My name is Heather Goodwin Yu, and I am the daughter-in-law of the late Dr. Jerry. I'm here tonight with extended family from the Cha clans and the Hira clans, so thank you for joining us. And on stage with me tonight is my husband, Larry, our children, Chloe and Carter, Dr. Jerry's wife and my mother-in-law, Mrs. Lucia Cha, and Dr. Jerry's sister, Miss Barbara Hira. It is with great pride and a heavy heart that we accept this award tonight on behalf of Dr. Jerry, as he was widely known in the community, but he was Jerry, and he was Gung to us. At the time I met Jerry, art was already deeply rooted in his life. What he shared with me and our family was how much he greatly respected the arts, its many mediums, and uniquely expressive reflections and interpretations by artists themselves and the observer. And what I learned to appreciate even more about Jerry was his joy and eagerness to support and celebrate the arts and lift up communities through such contributions. This award is a testament to his impact and special soul. Thank you for honoring him tonight. Thank you for that beautiful tribute. And thank you for letting us share our appreciation tonight with all of you.
Good evening. My name is Smita Garg, and I am the chair of the San Jose Arts Commission. It's an honor to serve as chair of the Arts Commission this year, and I thank my fellow commissioners for their commitment to the arts in San Jose. I'm honored to present the Cornerstone of the Arts Award to the General Director of Symphony Silicon Valley, Andrew Bales. Andrew Bales first came to San Jose when he engineered the San Jose-Cleveland Ballet joint venture. He brought a world-class and fully professional ballet to the city, thus increasing San Jose's stature, visibility, and creating hundreds of local jobs. When the Cleveland Ballet ceased operation, Andrew returned to the ballet company and raised the necessary funds to bring the core artists and productions from Cleveland to San Jose, establishing the Ballet San Jose Silicon Valley, and led it for its first 3 years. When Andrew left the ballet, he decided to take San Jose Arts to the next level. In the wake of San Jose Symphony's closure, Andrew stepped forward and filled the void by creating Symphony Silicon Valley. His approach of using rotating conductors and giving the musicians more artistic control has resulted in a symphony that is artistically strong, financially stable, and now starting its 20th season. In 2011, Andrew created Art Spark, a program which brought together local museums, dance, theater, and music companies, employing artists, and introducing San Jose grammar school children to arts in a professional setting. As an arts educator, I can truly appreciate that. Students saw productions by San Jose Repertory Theater, San Jose Taiko, Los Lupeños de San Jose, and of course, Symphony Silicon Valley. These performances were provided at no charge to the schools and included free busing to reduce this very real cost barrier for under-resourced schools. He has helped countless smaller arts organizations, many of whom are culturally specific, have access to the California Theater, providing knowledgeable technical assistance and affordable back office services like box office support. Another such gift was the instrumental role Andrew played in fundraising for and overseeing the construction of the Santa Clara San Jose Veterans Memorial. The memorial honors the service to our country by members of the San Jose community. Andrew continues to steward the ongoing maintenance of this beloved monument. Andrew has served on the San Jose Downtown Parking Board, the San Jose Theater Preservation Board, the San Jose Rotary Foundation Board, the San Jose Stage Company Board, the San Jose Arts Roundtable, and the Board of Team San Jose. Just some of the civic organizations to which he has generously given his time and expertise. Finally, we just received some news. On October 2nd, Andrew opened Symphony Silicon Valley's 20th anniversary season with the announcement that the orchestra is changing its name to Symphony San Jose. Congratulations to Symphony San Jose and all its members on its new beginning. And now, I believe we have a video. I'm very proud to present Andrew Bales to the stage. It's a video. Sorry.
The philanthropy in this community is very troubled. It doesn't really have a sense of place. And so the work that we can do to give artists a fair chance to share their wares and make a living and live in this community is a fabulous mission to pursue.
It's really hard to say just one great single contribution of Andrew Bales to the San Jose arts community, because he has done so many different things that are just remarkable.
Andrew is this unique combination of an entrepreneur and an artist. Through his business acumen, he's been able to create performing arts companies here, from the San Jose Cleveland Ballet to Ballet San Jose to now Symphony Silicon Valley. And through those vehicles, he's brought world-class artistic performances to the people of San Jose.
When he was at the Symphony, as he was at the Symphony, he started a program that we called Art Spark. And it was to spark the interest of young people in the arts. And it was a program where, in its visionary state, would bring third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders, sixth graders into the theaters in the downtown and other places as they developed. And we would give them professional entertainment, professional shows, symphony, ballet, theater, so that as they moved up in grades, they would have that foundation of the arts.
Andrew has done so much to bring the arts to the people. Through the Art Spark program, tens of thousands of kids in our community have had an opportunity to attend their first live performance in a big venue here in downtown. To the efforts to ensure that small arts organizations could get into a San Jose stage or the California Theater for the first time, to really strut their stuff, and to be able to invite a new kind of audience in the doors.
Without Andrew, I don't think there'd be a symphony. I really don't. So as far as the contribution locally, you can't beat that one. And he's kept it going. Even in tough times like we've just gone through in the last couple of years, he's right on top of it. And he does outside events. He does all kinds of things that are special for the community.
One of the great things that Andrew did several years ago is that he started presenting films with a live symphony scoring the film at the Center for the Performing Arts. And it captured such a broad, great cross-section of this community. And you suddenly saw like families with young children going and listening to the symphony while watching their favorite films.
Certainly Andrew has this positive vibe that just kind of flows out from him. And I know that he's influential just by being in the room. You know, if you talk to him, you'll already feel like you're kind of speaking with an authority.
Well, I think Andrew's been a leader amongst the performing arts, or really the arts community in San Jose for many, many years now. He's a creative thinker. He looks for opportunities to collaborate with all of the arts groups, and certainly is one of their biggest promoters and champions for their success.
It's not that he claims to know all the answers, and that's, I think, also the hallmark of a great organizer. He goes out and talks to people and finds opinions, and he gathers them and then makes really sound decisions.
In the end, giving artists a fair wage to present their art to a broad swath of the community has always driven me, and any of a number of things we've done as a symphony have been delightful.
For Andrew, his arts leadership is just one dimension of his civic leadership. And whether it's serving on the Rotary Foundation board or on the parking board, one way or another, we know that Andrew's voice will be there, advocating for greater San Jose, a San Jose that we're all proud of, a San Jose we can all fall in love with. This is the great civic adventure for Andrew, and I'm so grateful for his leadership in our community.
Andrew, thank you. Thank you for all that you have done for the San Jose community and promoting the arts and bringing the arts to so many people's lives. Congratulations on this well-deserved award.
And now I proudly present Andrew Bales to the stage.
You know, I have a speech sitting here, but I have to look at that picture. My hair's never been that color. Team San Jose had a Photoshop session, and they had a good time with that, but I'll take that picture. It's okay. You know, another little sidebar, the musician sitting here asked me a question when we were getting ready for this. I guess I have to step back one, and I've sort of had three big phases of my career. I started very much in the world of modern dance. I was based in New York and traveled around the world with that. And then I turned and went into the ballet world, and that brought me back here to San Jose and the West Coast. I grew up out in the West Coast. And then the symphony called upon, and it was the right time and the right place to go do that. And when I started the symphony, there were a few people who said, well, what the heck does he know about running a symphony orchestra? And so I had a bunch of books on my desk at the time, and I had some information things. And on the top of the book, I put a book up there that was meant to sort of provoke the issue, and it was a classical music for dummies. It was a yellow book, classical music for dummies. And the only reason I tell this story right now is, one, I absolutely did read it, and it helped a great deal. But when I got asked by the quartet who performed today, and these are all members of our orchestra, and I'm most proud to have them here performing, they asked me to suggest something I might want to hear. And while I have some knowledge of chamber music, that yellow book didn't cover chamber music. So I asked them to decide, so they brought that Haydn out for you. Now I'm going to go on to the speech I actually wrote. You know, it's a great honor to be recognized this way. That was, you listen to that and you say, gee, that guy's kind of interesting. I ought to meet him someday. I thank everybody who made all this possible and suggested it. San Jose's been very good to me. This month, as it happens, marks the 52nd year that I've collected a paycheck in the arts. I've been in a long time and done a lot of things and enjoyed it. I first came to San Jose when we introduced Cleveland Ballet here in 1985. The co-venture was the most successful and durable co-venture in the arts in its time, and possibly anything since. It was a very successful venture. It collapsed in stages, first in Cleveland, and then the strength of being a single city company that had been a dual city didn't quite hold up out here. But you know, there's nothing to be apologized for that. Artists and audiences enjoyed the product of that company for over 20 years. It was a wonderful, wonderful program to have here. No one promises eternal life for an arts organization. You know, they say they strive so long as they serve the community and that they attract an audience that supports that service. The same was true of the former symphony. Symphony audiences were not done with classical music, and we found a path to renew and go forward. As many of you know, we renamed our venture, it's been said several times, Symphony San Jose, as we just opened our 20th anniversary season last week, and we're proud to readopt that name. I had the pleasure of being supported by some very fine staff members and all the work I've done over the years, but not the least of which is my partner sitting in the first row here, Jennifer Watkins. Here. San Jose is a major city, deserving of a full panoply of arts groups, but its philanthropy is underdeveloped. Those who thrive here do so facing obstacles. The artists who work here have to overcome those every time, yet they still give wonderful concerts, they give great plays. Thankfully, there are individual supporters of the arts who've supported programs I've been involved in. I cannot thank them enough for what they've done to allow me to employ artists and make the magic happen. I've had wonderful experiences here. Producing Swan Lake and Carmen with Dennis Nahat at the ballet. Building the Veterans Memorial was a very special sidebar for me. Creating Art Spark, mentioned earlier. Introducing The Lord of the Rings here in concert. The whole thing in one weekend. It was quite an ordeal, but fabulous, fabulous. You know, the only orchestra in America that's ever done that, done all three of them at once. Our Summer Pops programs, our extensive list of leading classical artists we've been able to present, our anime program with Joe Hisaishi, and even last weekend's world premiere by Gabriela Ortiz. Beautiful piece. One of San Jose's great assets is that the people here do enjoy their arts programs. And for the most part, even under the most difficult fiscal stress that a high-priced community like this can impose, most groups here earn a higher percentage of their resources from their customers than their peers in other parts of the country. In the course of my career, I've grown a tremendous respect for the workaday artists, those who play the music, who dance, who act and they do so in a way that allows them to make a living. The working performing artist is a rare bird, and they are not well compensated. Part of my pride is that I never asked an artist to work for free, and in most cases, never. I wouldn't do it. And in most cases, I saw that they were paid fairly or even maybe a little better than that if they could. Artists and audiences are served here, and I have been pleased to play a part in that cultural commerce. I thank you. By the way, the artist who made this actually lives across the street from me, and I'm most pleased.
Thank you so much, Andrew. We're so happy to have wonderful arts community here celebrating the arts. And now I would like to invite the quartet back on stage.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight, and congratulations once again to all of our honorees. Please join us in the lobby and out on the patio so that you can congratulate them. And thank you for coming tonight, and this concludes our formal program. Good night.